Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It is Wednesday, new comic book day, November 4th. Wanted to review the books that are coming out next Wednesday, December 11th. And it's a nice afternoon out, nice and cool. Figured I'd smoke a cigar while I do this and drink just a little bit of whiskey, one shot. Tomorrow will be my my normal Thursday. So do every Thursday. So look for that tomorrow. All right, so let me pull up. As most of you know, I use Midtown to kind of just show what books are coming out for next week. Every Wednesday, they premiere what is coming out the following week. All right, so let me share that screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. All right. There we go. Hey, Infamous, what's going on, buddy? So we'll start off with Dark Horse. There is a new Aliens versus Predator book. Thicker Than Blood #1. Oh, kind of cool. Don't think I'm going to pick that up, though. I haven't been picking up Alien books in a while. I did pick up a few of the ones in the past. There was that one series, something Dust, Return to Dust, or something like that. I can't remember. Picked up that. Didn't think there was too much here from Bleed Out #1. Steve Niles is usually pretty good at horror. Didn't really see anything else though from Dark Horse that I thought I had to pick up. So that's it for Dark Horse. DC. It looks like their second printing Basket Full of Heads. Interesting. Didn't think they would do that. I thought of pure. I guess it's going to a second printing. All right. Batman and the Outsiders. The only thing I really love about that book is the writing's been pretty good. Brian Hill's doing a good job on it. And the artwork by Dexter Soy. He doesn't usually do the exterior covers, but man, his interior artwork is phenomenal. Batman Curse of the White Knight #5, Sean Murphy. The A and B cover, both nice. Batman's Grave #3. I pre-ordered the first issue, the Ji-Hung Lee cover, which I thought was good. I didn't like issue #2's cover at all. I do like this third cover though, #3 by Ji-Hung Lee. That's a really nice cover. I didn't like the second one though. I thought the #2 was terrible. So, you can't hit them all out of the park, right? That one I like. Dark Knight Returns, The Golden Child. I haven't heard much about this book that you should get it. The last Dark Knight Returns was The Master Race, was not very good. Dark Knight Returns Volume 2 was absolutely terrible. Yeah, and Miller has not been able to recreate that magic of the first series, but not for a lack of trying. He apparently keeps trying. So we're I don't know. We're on to the third or fourth. This is the fourth iteration of Dark Knight Returns. Different story, and still Frank Miller, different artist. Lots of covers here. I'm not going to pick it up, so nothing that I'm interested in. So I'm passing on that title. Detective Comics 1017. I did pre-order the Middleton cover. I don't think Middleton has done any Batmans. This might be his first Batman cover. So I like that aspect, that it's a nice looking cover. Not bad. Wouldn't have known it was a Middleton cover if you didn't tell me, if I didn't know. I like the A cover a lot too, though. Tony Daniel. Probably just going to go with the Middleton cover. I pre-ordered that in advance. Dollhouse Family #2. I think I pre-ordered that. I don't know if I'm going to stick with every single issue. Just so much to buy these days. Far Sector #2 is out. She was well received. A lot of people liked it. I haven't read it yet. I have the issue. I just haven't been able to read it yet. You got Harley Quinn, Year of the Villain. Villain of the Year. Is it Villain of the Year? Okay, Villain of the Year. That was Year of the Villain. Sorry. There's just the A and B cover. I know that there are some store variants on that. I think I did pick up a store variant. I should be getting it in the next week or so. Ryan Brown. I know I picked up a Ryan Brown cover, and there was also there was another one. I think I picked up two. There was a Ryan Brown cover. And the other one, I can't remember who the other one was. You'll find out. You'll see. I'll have it in an upcoming video. All right, still on with DC here. Justice League Odyssey, got a nice Perillo cover. It's pretty cool. Let's move down the list here. Got a nice Derek Chu cover on Supergirl. I've not been collecting that, but I know a lot of people do like Derek Chu's art. So some people will be picking that up. Pure cover buy. I did pre-order this Superman #18B cover, Scan cover. I don't think Scan's done Superman before, so this might be his first Scan cover. I'm a fan of Scan. Hey, that rhymed. So I think that looks pretty good. I got the Adam Hughes cover. I picked up another copy. I was at a local comic book shop. I'll mention the shop in my next video, tomorrow's video. I got a kind of like a mini comic haul that I'll highlight and go over, and also I'll mention that comic book shop. Really nice comic book shop down in Brandon, Florida. Talked with the owner for a little while, him and his wife. Very, very nice people. So I'll go over that in tomorrow's video. All right, so that go back to the chat. There he is, the Comics Club. How you doing? How you doing, Dwayne? Pops Foster. Pops is always very supportive. I'm in that group with Pops on Facebook. What's it called? Lords of the Long. I think it's called Lords of the Long Box. Pretty cool, nice group. People are always posting interesting things in that group. You know, books that are really hot, and first appearances that you may want to pick up. So it's definitely a good group if you can get in on the group. That's not a bad idea. Comics Club says, Dwayne says, Dark Knight always sells no matter how bad it is. But some like it, like me. I'm easy though. Yeah, I mean, I think the Master Race was okay. I liked that one a lot better. Dark Knight Volume 2 is terrible. I found it hard to follow. I don't know. The artwork was very distracting. It wasn't near as good as the original. But unless, if I hear differently that it's definitely worth picking up, I may change my mind on that. But I don't know. Miller was a favorite of mine when I was younger. Later years I've not been a big fan of, but Yeah, it's just, your tastes change too. Yeah, that also happens. Wolf Warner, what's up, buddy? Wolf's a good man. I like watching his videos. He's very energetic. I wish I had his energy. I probably have more subscribers if I could speak like Wolf does. And we've got who else? Cardstock Variant. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I agree. Perillo looks great. A lot of his artwork is awesome. He's got a really nice looking Wonder Woman cover coming out for Wonder Woman 750. There's a lot of covers coming out that are really nice. I saw got an email on the advertisement for Delato's cover for Wonder Woman 750, and it's also really, really nice. The only problem is all those store variants, man. I've bought a lot of them. Very few of them ever do anything value wise. So you better really like the artwork, because they're not really good investments. That's for sure. They typically just hover right around what you paid for it if you're lucky. Wolf Owner says, "Yeah, Kill Whitney Donovan." Yeah, that's sold out, man. I looked several places online and gone. So I know Perry's Comics was early on that. He was talking about it on his channel. I know he picked up a bunch. Maybe he picked up a set for me. Maybe I can trade something Perry wants. That's another thing I should do in the communities. I got a lot of duplicates of books that probably a lot of people would love to trade with. So like on that Kill Donovan, yeah, I'd like to get a set of those. And I've got like early Immortal Hulk books up, multiple copies of that. Good books that I 5, 6, 10 copies of. These are something that I couldn't get. So I just probably just need to approach people and just say, hey, if you got that book, you want to do a trade if you've got extra or whatever. So I may have to do that at some point. All right, Dwayne, get back to your customers, man. Go make a sale. All right, let's get back to the books. So I finished DC. Let's go on to Dynamite Entertainment. That's a nice Betty Page cover. I don't know. Some people are going to zoom in there. I don't know what's going on there. I'm surprised that is even available to look at. Betty Page. Long dead. She's been dead for many, many years now. But still making comic books on her. Amazing. All right. A lot of Dynamite Entertainment books I don't pick up. I know there's some nice Perillo cover. Like Perillo does a nice cover here for Deja Thoris. It's a pretty cool looking cover. Multiple covers there. I've not really ever been into that character, so I've not been collecting anything of that, but definitely appreciate the artwork for sure. There's a nice Perillo pencil cover. That's really nice. Yeah, he can draw, no doubt about it. And you got the Adam Hughes cover, the Risque cover by Adam Hughes, $63. It's going for good money. Kiss Zombies #2. I do like that Stuart Sager cover. That's a badass cover. Really nice. That's probably a good series. Ethan Sachs is the writer. He was the writer that did all the Old Man Hawkeye. I think he did Old Man Quill. So he's a good writer. I mean, I like that Old Man Hawkeye. I picked up every issue of that. That was awesome. Old Man Quill, I'm going to probably get that in trade. I just passed on it. I don't know why I did. I've heard it's really good. So Ethan Sachs is a good writer. I like his writing. I think he's going to get better and better too. All right, so we're on Dynamite Entertainment still. Get some nice. Well, that Perillo, man, he just pumps out those covers. There's another nice one. Van Perillo Red Sonja #4. Very nice. All right. A lot of covers. On to IDW. Next week is a big week. I know you got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 100. That's a landmark issue coming out. Dying is Easy number 1. I don't know if that's any good. I know Joe Hill's the writer, so that's probably worth taking a stab at. No pun intended. He's pretty good at writing horror type books. Although I don't know if this is a horror book. This looks more like a crime noir type book, but that might be worth grabbing since Joe Hill's the writer on that. All right, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 100. There's about a bazillion covers. You've got Midtown has their own cover, a couple of them. You got the regular cover, which I think I pre-ordered that. I think I did. There's this cool looking incentive cover by Mateus Sanaluco. I probably butchered that name. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm a big sucker for red covers. So if I see a cover that's red or red and black, oh man, I'm all over that. So that cover to me is definitely delicious. I love that type of cover. But you got a lot of just different covers here. So pick the one you like. It's gonna. So I wouldn't go nuts on the. I wouldn't chase it. Let's put it that way. Image. Gideon Falls. That's one I always pre-order. Usually just the A cover. Usually because I can't see the B cover. So sometimes the B covers are nice. Fabian Moon's doing the B cover. It's nice. Yeah, it's a nice B cover. I like it. But yeah, I usually just pre-order the A covers on that. Let's see what else here. I don't collect a lot of Image books, a few here and there. Spawn, I've been kind of collecting. Undiscovered Country, I did grab the first issue of that. Trees, Three Fates, I did grab I think the first issue on that as well. Yeah, that's it for Image. So we're moving on to Marvel. We're breezing through this. Amazing Mary Jane, I'm not picking that up. Annihilation Scourge. So every week we're having a different Annihilation Scourge book coming out. Beta Ray Bill. That is a nice cover by Casanovas. Very nice cover. Check back to the chat here. Perry says, yeah, I'm going to get the trade on Old Man Quill. 12 issues, yes, it is 12 issues. It just ended. The last issue came out this past week. It was a nice cover, too. It had Galactus on the cover, so that is the last issue. 12-issue run. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's stuff worth grabbing in a trade. So move here. You got Annihilation Silver Surfer. A couple different covers there. Just a lot of Marvel books, man. I mean, I can't keep up with it all. I like to just buy the ones that I think are going to be the better read. And once in a while, I grab one if it's a really good cover, like this Captain America, In-Hook Lee. I am kind of a sucker for In-Hook Lee art. I think Captain Marvel's been okay with the Star character being introduced. That's a nice cover by In-Hook Lee. I like that cover. Nothing wrong with that for cover price, especially. Don't have to pay a lot of money for it. All right. Doom 2099 one shot. A lot of covers here. App to buy these $20.99 comic books, mainly because they weren't very good the first time. I had Spider-Man, I had Dr. Doom, I had Ravage. I had several of them back in the 90s. What was that, the early 90s when those things came out? I'm going to guess and say 92, 93, maybe 94. I don't think they weren't really good. I mean, they were kind of weak. I don't know. Chip Zdarsky, I do like his writing. I love Daredevil. I think it's one of the best titles that Marvel has going right now. And so two things going for it for me. Chip Zdarsky's the writer. I don't know much about the artist Marco Castiello. I don't know if his art is great or not, but I do know that Zafino is really good. And so one of the covers is a 1 in 50 incentive. Sucks. I wish it was just a regular cover. Midtown wants $63 for this thing. I checked on eBay. Man, there's been sales as high as $88 pre-market or pre-sale. Somebody paid $88 for one. I don't know. I looked on eBay. There's only 2 for sale, and I think one they want like $60 or $70 for. The other one I think they want north of 70. A couple online stores are even higher than this. So this is a 1 in 50, and you can see Midtown is trying to gouge. So they put the regular price at $75, the retail price, which is $25 more than what it should be, right? It should be a $50 book if it's a 1 in 50 incentive. Problem is, are a lot of shops going to buy 50 copies of a one-shot? Probably not. Probably not. So this book is probably going to be really, really rare. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being, especially if there's something like a new character, I don't know, something significant that happens in the book. This will be a $150, $200 book easily. Because I can tell you right now, there's not a lot of comic book shops that are going to order 50 copies of the A cover or the regular covers to get one of these incentives. So, and I am a big Zafino fan, man. I love his artwork. And again, that cover is it's fire. I love it. I'm biased. I'm biased. I usually like every Zafino cover. And some of them are really, really good. And some of them I'm like, yeah, I still like it because it's Zafino, because I like his style. It's just a really gritty style. And I just love that. I love that cover. So I don't know. I'm not going to pay. I don't think I want to pay $63. So I'll have to wait and see what happens there. I might play the game of hoping the price drops. eBay. Maybe on eBay I can get it a week or two later for a round ratio if I'm lucky. We'll see. Facsimile edition, Giant Size Defenders #3. That's a expensive book now. The buzz on this book is it's the first appearance of the new villain that's going to be perhaps in the DC universe, or the Marvel universe next year. Korak, I think his name is. Probably pronounced it wrong. I think that's his first appearances in that issue. So if you can't afford the regular, the first edition, you can pick up a facsimile. It literally looks identical. That's what's nice about the facsimile editions. They're absolute replicas, but they're mint, right? So if you'd like to own that book and read the story, that's probably worth grabbing for sure. Man, I kind of like this cover by the Fantastic 417 cover. What do you guys think? Carlos Gomez? I mean, that is a crazy looking cover. There's a lot going on in that cover. A lot of detail in that. I like that cover. I may grab that. I've not been reading Fantastic Four regularly. What I've read, though, it's been decent. That cover is Hulk #28. Basically, I pre-order telling people to buy it when it first came out. I bought the Zafino cover that blew up. So I've been early for a long time. Been telling everybody to buy it. When it started, I'll say that Immortal Hulk still as when it started out. I think that first story arc was really, really good. Miles Morales number 13. I do like that Raza cover. That's a badass cover. I like Raza's art, man. He's good. He's in my top 10 cover artists. I love him. I think he's awesome. So that's one that I would be inclined to pick up. Morbius number 2, Ryan Brown cover. I believe I pre-ordered that in advance. Of course, I wasn't able to see all the other covers. You got this Gist cover, E.M. Gist. Never heard of him. That's interesting. It's a really crazy looking cover. I like that art though. I'm trying to think. I have to think about it. I have to ruminate on that, but I'm trying to think what his art looks like. I'm not familiar with E.M. Gist. I mean, I'm familiar with a lot of artists. Can't remember that one. Let me go back to the chat here. Luis Ramirez, 504. How you doing, my friend? Perry Comics says, yeah, but 29.9 sucks, big hairy balls. Well, it might suck, but I'm willing to give that Doom a chance just because it's Chip Zdarsky and it's Zafino. So I may have to track down that freaking book. I don't know if I get a good price. But I don't know. This Morbius book looks awesome. I don't know, $30. Damn. I don't know if I want to. But that is a nice looking cover. 1 in 20. And of course, Midtown's asking, a little bit more than ratio. But it's a nice looking cover. I'll have to look into this E.M. Gist and see what his artwork looks like. But I'm trying to think what it kind of has that Perillo feel, right? A little bit like Perillo. I don't know. I have to think about that more. That's the problem with doing these live shows. I don't have time to think about anything. It's all off the cuff. All right, moving on down. Marvel here. Scream Carnage number 1. That is a nice art term cover. What's that? Incentive at $100. It's nice. You got your Spider-Man $20.99. So this would be a book I wouldn't pick up, mainly because I'm not a big fan of Nick Spencer's writing. I don't care for Nick Spencer that much. That's kind of a cool cover by Travel Foreman. Is that his name? Travel Foreman. Parents must have been hip. Your name's Travel. Cover looks cool though. But yeah, probably Nick Spencer fan. Star Wars. Let's move on down here. Another symbiote book. I can't keep up with them all. Probably going to pass on that. Looks like they're in. You got a black blank cover. Sometimes those get hot. People like that kind of stuff. Especially if you get an artist to draw something like in a silver marker or something. Or maybe a white marker. All right, let's see here. I think that might be it for Marvel. Somebody sent me one of those. It was okay. I know John's Comics with Kids loves that series. He thinks it's fantastic. Yondu. Man, I wonder if these Yondu incentive covers are ever going to be worth long term. Those things could be worth money because how many people are picking these incentive covers up? They're probably super rare. Problem is, it's Yondu. Is there ever going to be a lot of demand to buy Yondu books? All right, we're almost done. We'll move on to independents. I did not have time to review all the independents today, so some of this is literally I'm reviewing it at the same time I'm showing it. Breathers number 1. I did a cover. I just thought, it's a new series. It looks interesting. The concept sounded interesting. I'll pick up the first issue, see if it's any good. I don't know if I'll continue to buy it or not, but all right, let's see. So I don't even know if there's a lot of independents that are worth looking at here or not. Magicians number 2. I did pick up the first issue. I thought it was okay. I like Magic Order better. Thought Magic Order was a really good. That was one of my favorites this year by Mark Miller. I know, and I don't like a lot of Mark Miller stuff, but I thought Magic Order was really good. It's kind of the same kind of. This is understudies. You know, they're training to be better magicians, kind of off the books magicians, right? They're not a secret society of magicians within the Magician Society. I don't know, something crazy like that. I thought the first issue was okay, but I kept thinking about it in terms of comparing it to Magic Order, which you probably shouldn't do, but that's kind of what I did. This is probably a good deal. Niobe, She is Death. I love that Hung Tak Nem. Sebastian Jones. Okay, it's signed by the writer. I'm a little bit more excited if it was signed by the artist. I probably would buy that, but signed by the writer, don't care about that. And you have a Jay Lee one, which the Jay Lee one sold out. So if you missed getting the Jay Lee copy, you may want to pick this up. Cover is not a bad deal. Red Mother. I don't like any of the A covers, but there is a Red Mother going to come out that I saw the cover of. Really good. So I may pick this up second printing. It's like heresy, doesn't it? RV9 number 2. I did pick up the first issue. I may grab that as well, just to see if it's any good. I don't know. Usually I pick up the first 2 or 3 issues. Let's see here. Something is Killing the Children number 4. Believe I pre-ordered that. There's 2 covers. Of course, I can't see the B cover on that. I think we're getting near the end. Week for Independence next week. Zorro. That's it. So pretty light week for Independence. Not a whole lot from Independence that I thought was worth looking at. So that's it, guys. Yeah, that was your comics for next week that are coming out. A couple of them that I thought looked interesting. So let me go back to the chat real quick. Got a few more people. Warlord, welcome to the chat. Aggressively relaxing seems to be my motto in life. He says Old Man Quill is 12 issues and had one of the greatest story reveals of the year. There you go. So it's definitely worth grabbing, especially in trade if you want to read that. Chat. Marquise, how you doing, my friend? Perry says, yeah, I'm digging Magicians and the TV show is good. There you go. So there's a following there. That's good. Perry's working on a video. I tell you, I wish I could produce as much content as Perry does. I probably have as many subscribers as he has. I'm still on his heels. Let's see. Marquise says, yeah, Sharky the Bounty Hunter was good. 6-issue series. I passed by Ray. Yeah, I know. I did see I did read the preview on Ray. It looked pretty good. It's interesting how he's just moving. He's moving through the panels, and yet he's destroying everything around him, but you can't see him do it because he's so fast. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, so that's kind of what I had for next week. Those are the books coming out next Wednesday. This week, the book that I should have picked up that I didn't, at least everybody tells me I should have picked it up, was Venom 2099. Again, one of these 2099 books. The B cover, apparently it's a new character. Was this a She-Venom? She-Venom 2099? I don't know. She's on the cover, on the B cover, so that one seems to have sold out and is a pretty hot book. I didn't get it, so yeah, what are you going to do? Can't get them all. But yeah, there's a lot of good books coming out next week, so that's kind of the new comic book show. I just figure it's easy to stream it. I can interact a little bit, and it loads better on YouTube, I find, than me recording it and try to upload it later. So just to give you my schedule, tomorrow I'll be on here again, smoking another cigar, drinking more whiskey, and I will be doing the whiskey, cigar, and comic show. I do that. I try to do that every Thursday evening. I might do it late on Thursday, so I've been kind of back and forth on it. I like to do it early sometimes, but I may do it late because I get more people on the chat. Usually I'll, like this time of day, I get people. But if I do it later, if I do it like 9, 10 o'clock, I'll usually get 20, 30 people to be on the stream. So it's probably a little bit better if I do it later. All right, guys, that's it. That is your new comic book reveal for next Wednesday. Hope that helps you out. I kind of give you an idea of what I'm looking at, what I thought was interesting. I know I don't, my taste isn't always everybody else's, but I think the one book I definitely want to look for is that Doom 2099 Zafino cover, just because I'm a big Zafino fan. So I'm going to see if I can find that. Tomorrow I have the whiskey show, a comic book haul to show off, and then on Friday I'll do the top 10 list from CBSI. I'll highlight that, and also cover price. I usually do that as well, usually Saturday morning on that. So look for those videos, those streams tomorrow and Friday. Hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you soon.